Hey everybody, Andy here. Just wanted to talk quickly about a movie I've seen quite a few times. I like it a lot. Uh, it's called Into the Wild. It's based on a novel, also called Into the Wild. Very good. I suggest that you give it a read. Pretty quick read, short book, but it'll give you a little more detail and background that of course, the movie couldn't go into. The movie is directed by Sean Penn. It stars Emile Hirsch. It also has a bunch of other well-known actors with smaller roles, like Jenna Malone and William Hurt. Vince Vaughn has a small part. Kristen Stewart. There's a bunch of actors that you'd recognize throughout this movie. So, anyways, the movie follows Christopher McCandless, who is a recent college grad. His parents are very wealthy. They want him to go to law school. He pretty much doesn't want anything to do with that. He decides he doesn't want anything to do with the material world, really. He burns his identification, his money, and sets out on a journey across America, an adventure, so to speak. He loses his car in Arizona, but that doesn't bother him. He just decides to start hitchhiking and jumping on trains, and however he can transport himself to wherever he wants to go at that time, he does it. He takes a kayak down the Colorado River. He goes into Mexico, comes back up through into California. He stays in, like, I don't know what you'd really call it. It's kind of like a little gathering of people in California. I think they call it Slab City, where it's just a bunch of people living in tents and campers and in the middle of the desert. He stays there for a while. He he works where he can work, wherever he wants. I mean, people will give him work so he can get a little cash here and there to get food. And he eventually finds himself up in Alaska, and the movie continues on from there. Don't really want to give away what happens. Um, it's just an excellent movie. The cinematography is beautiful. There's a handful of times in the movie that you'll just be sitting there watching. You'll be like, wow, that's a beautiful shot. And I understand why he wanted to go on this adventure and see this beautiful landscape and these wonderful things across America with these shots that they took in the movie. Why do I like the movie? I don't know. I think every now and then, most people, I don't know, at least I did. I always wanted to go on an adventure like this, not to the extent or to the extreme that Christopher McCandless did, but I always wanted to go on a road trip across America and have no care in the world, just take up 3, 4, 5 months and just live. I've always wanted to do that, and maybe that's why this movie strikes a, I don't know, I don't really know how to explain it. I just got myself engrossed in the character. When I read the novel for the first time, I was like, wow, he did what I wanted to do. Like I said, more extreme than I did, but so I kind of could vicariously live through his adventure. And the movie to even more extent, because you can visually see the story unfold in front of you. It's a longer movie. It's probably about 2.5 hours, but it really doesn't feel that long while you're watching it. Just watching Christopher McCandless meet these people and how he impacts their lives. There's one man he meets, and you could tell he really changed this man's life. And when you read the book, the author went around and met and talked to all these people, and every single one of them just said how great of a person Christopher was, and how he helped just by being himself, how they helped him want to be better people, and how he was just such a good person. And you could see it unfold in the movie. So I highly suggest taking a look at or reading Into the Wild. You you won't regret it. It's great.